Hey guys, Michael J. Solar here, and welcome to another episode of Dog Talk. It is September 1st, 2020, and I am really pumped up and excited because I am bringing on a guest today. This is a person I met in a small group on Facebook. We talked privately on the side, and next thing you know, we just started connecting. So I'm going to bring her on real quick. Her name is Kat Mische Elle. Right, I said that right?
Good.
Okay. And let me tell you guys, so I met Kat in a Facebook group, Beyond TV. So it looks like we both have the similar passion of trying to get our faces on television and really impress the world. So what happened was Kat had actually reached out to me, and did you sneeze? Bless you, I think.
Thank you.
So she reached out to me. We started chit-chatting and talking, and one of the neatest things about it was we had so much in common about so many different levels. In particular, was spiritual, was animals, was psychology, was so many different things. Now, as you guys know, I work primarily with animals, so getting to talk to somebody that has a very similar mindset, but then working with people, next thing you know, we're picking each other apart with different stuff. So I had to take an opportunity to bring her on the show, and I just want to let everybody know again, as you guys are watching this on all the different social media platforms, any comment you guys make below, you have a question for Kat or myself, please feel free to write a comment below. We'll be able to read it. We'll ask the question. We'll get it answered as soon as possible. So again, at any point in time, please write your message below. Give Kat some encouragement. This is her first time being on social media or any type of platform. She was very nervous about coming on today. So if you're watching right now and you think she's doing a good job, even just sitting there smiling a little bit, just give her a good thumbs up, give her a good job, give her something in the comment section, because it's really important that we all encourage each other, because we are all facing different challenges in our life, working with our pets, working with people, or even just working on ourselves. So I want to make sure that we're all on the same level of encouragement here. So I ask everybody that's watching, just if you can, throw her a good comment, throw her a positive energy while she's talking and teaching us some stuff tonight. So Kat, her company is quantumintegrationtherapy.com. I'm going to put that on the screen here because I can't say that without being tongue-tied. So that is her website there. It's quantumintegrationtherapy.com. We're going to have to make that the QIT website next time for her business. It's just to make it short and simple to the point. So we're going to leave it up there, guys. If you want to follow her, check out her website, get some information on her stuff, please, I'm going to leave that right there so as we're talking, you all can see it. So, Kat, just if you don't mind, take a second and, tell us a little bit about yourself. So you're located based on the surfboard and the sun and everything like that. You guys can probably guess that she's in a nice tropical area, and it is Hawaii. So we're going to, what brings you to us from the islands?
Well, as you gave the intro there, you and I connected on all these fun little levels, and it segued. I was drawn to your passion for animals, which is a big passion of mine, even though I predominantly work with people. Most people have pets, and they get incorporated into the sessions as well, because, people and their pets, the connection, they affect each other.
All right. So it says you work with, behavioral science, neuroscience, sociology, psychology. What is your main focus when you're working with people? Like, who are you looking for when you're really working with people in general? Like, what is your clientele that you find yourself working a lot with?
Okay. Well, yes. People who find me tend to be with anxiety, depression, and PTSD as like the top tier. But by the time they find me, a lot of my work has been word of mouth. So that's why, again, yes, this is my first time ever being like this. And because I work from a distance, I also, I'm not in a lot of people's faces one-on-one. And then this situation right now, we all supposed to work from home. So it was kind of, I'm already there. But, when people find me, they've spoken with people that I have worked with in the past that had success with their insomnia. By the time someone reaches a breaking point for them is when they'll reach out, right? They just say, I can't sleep well. Well, there's usually 20 layers below that to get to that point of not being able to sleep well. So whatever the story is that shows up is just that. And when I work with a client, I ask, what do you perceive is taking place for you? And they give me their snapshot of perception. And we will go and look further for the resolve.
So that's probably how you come across so many pet people that, are working with your pets, because a lot of people that, are suffering from, I know even myself, when I was dealing with PTSD, it's one of the main reasons why I got into working with dogs. It was such a great mental relief. It helped me. So I'm assuming that's probably why you're coming across so many pet people, where you actually get to work with their pets as well, and being able to read them, help them get their breakthroughs. So you're developing that kind of stuff that's able to work through their relief of anxiety, depression, the PTSD. So give me a little bit, like tell me about a session. So let's just say that, hey, I got I'm dealing with some anxiety, right? And and over suddenly tonight, here you are, we're in our session. Tell me a little bit about it. So are we breaking it down? Is it more about understanding my drive, my personality? Is it what really is what breaks it down for you?
Well, okay, so yes, I mean, I studied with a mentor of mine for about 20 years was a scientist, and his passion was quantum physics, and he helped me make sense with abilities that I guess I'll say I came into this world with, and helped me make sense and feel confident about it, to own it, because when you stand in a room and you can feel and almost hear everything that's going on with everybody, you can kind of feel like the big odd woman out. And so I was very quiet and very shy a lot. So him helping me make sense of what I was doing let me formulate a way where when I now drop in with a client, when I say drop in and we have a session, they're wherever they are on the world. I do have clients in Europe, Australia, Colombia, throughout the United States, and I'm in the middle, floating in the middle of the Pacific. So when we set up our time, all the client needs to do is be laying on a bed or someplace comfortable and private, and they just have the phone off to the side. I have my phone off to the side, and I pretty much drop into where they are, and I will start to actually see kind of a mathematical equation of a scan with where the offset is, like resetting the computer, if you will.
Yeah.
If your hard drive's gone off, right? Like reboot, and then plug back in a more balanced resonance for someone to walk through life and take information in and be in a bit, a lot, just feel that peace within inside and grounded.
Now, I saw on your website you have, so actually let me recap something real quick. Okay. So you're in Hawaii, correct?
Yes.
And you have clients everywhere. You said Australia? Mm-hmm. Where else? You said Australia,
Europe.
Where else? Europe, okay.
Colombia.
Okay.
And throughout the United States.
Oh, yeah. Throughout that's your biggest island, right? United States, not an island. What am I talking about? So it's a big country, right? So you have all of them. That means you're able to connect with all these different people on different levels, different cultural backgrounds, and it seems like they're all connecting through different levels of energy, which I always tell people, if you have the great energy, you have bad energy, you can always work with energy getting inside, right?
Right there, I don't use good, bad, right, wrong. Everything is either highlight or low light. It's always in the light. And so when someone's in a phase of low light, we remove the shadows so that it's back in the alignment that they're moving forward. And the point there too, all the different cultures and different languages I've worked with, it doesn't matter, because the baseline of human experience, everyone, and right down to, which I'll side note this about animals, everyone experiences the same genre of feelings, the whole category. They're innate, they're wired in. So it's also why, language doesn't matter. It's also why men like working with me, because they don't have to show up and talk. They don't have to really tell me their story, because it doesn't matter. I'm going to know what the resonance is within them that's making them feel listed, whatever they're feeling off about. So, and now when I hear clients beat themselves up, oh, I'm being jealous, or oh, I'm being this. And I said, listen. You are 100% perfect, feeling all the feels that you were hardwired in your existence. Look at animals. Your dog doesn't understand the language of what's good or bad. The dogs will get jealous. They'll wedge up right between you and the other dog, your pet, and they're like, hey, what about me? Or they'll growl at one another.
Well, it's funny you bring that up because I talk about that all the time in previous episodes. People want to know how to get dogs to stop jumping on people or how to stop jumping on themselves. And I always tell them that if you pet the invisible dog, your dog will get jealous and come over into where you're petting. So it's the easiest way to train your dog without correcting your dog is to essentially make them jealous by petting the invisible dog. So literally, you brought that up, and I just wanted to appreciate that because it is one of my go-tos. Everyone thinks I'm crazy when I talk about the invisible dog until they do it. And for the record, I did have a client who tried the invisible dog thing. She talked to me this week. She giggled the entire time she told me the story, but she did verify it works 100%. So I know there's people listening. Again, if you're out there, you have a question for myself, Kat, whatever, please post it in the comment. It'll pop up. We can give you a quick answer. The other thing is, too, you have anything that you guys want to talk about or ask, please do. And if you tried the invisible dog trick, petting the invisible dog, please also comment below because I love to hear the stories about the invisible dog experience. So, all right, so I didn't mean to cut you off, but I wanted to bring that up. Yep.
Sorry, yes, a gust of wind. We have trade winds blowing right now, and one came in and rattled my curtains. Oh, sorry.
That's good.
I haven't done invisible dog, but I've done a stuffed toy and been like, and I'll get the same reaction as if it's an actual other animal to be loving on. Yeah.
So now I'm going to ask you to try the invisible dog too. So then you can tell me how awesome the invisible dog is. Because I can tell you right now, if you can play it off realistic, and the funniest thing is, so when I train my Train the Trainer boot camp, which will be coming up here in the next couple of months, we'll be launching another one from Blue Line Canine where we'll be doing another Train the Trainer boot camp. And when we do it, we actually train with invisible dogs. We train with not real dogs. So that way, your body, you have to get your body into a robot stance to where you can forget your mannerisms and make sure your body is getting in the right spot. So a lot of times when people see me working the invisible dog, they say that I'm so good at working the invisible dog that they actually see the real one. They're next to me, right? So I tell people, it's getting out of your own way, right? Yes. So if you get out of your own way, you can really successfully, do things. And that brings me into, when it says, what do you do? I asked you a question previously was, what do you do? And it says, my session provide relief for anxiety, depression, and PTSD with energy sessions that include quantum physics application. I'm going to be honest, quantum physics, the words themselves just are right off my back. So when you're saying you're relieving them, I'm assuming that what you're really doing is you're showing their bodies to gain the positive energy to get them where they want to do it. Can you give me a little bit more of an elaboration on, I guess, what you were really saying that you're providing? Like, what is it, like, how are you really digging into there that's given into them? I'm not asking you for the exact step-by-step process, but if we're doing a session, I'm down, I'm out, you're really gearing me into that positive drive. Is that what I'm really getting from here? It's like changing my brain to focus on a different track, the right track type of thing? Is that what you're trying to go with?
I guess to make it even more simple, I guess I'd say is that I'm resetting the antenna to be tuning into the right song that's going to make them feel inspired and joyful. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah, because I'll give you. I'll sit here and I'll tell you, since I know I'm not the oldest guy out here, or I'm not the youngest either. But typically, when I hear the word quantum, I just think of the quantum leap.
I know.
Every time, I'm just like, I'm about to buzz in someplace, and we're gonna, and then even like saying it as many times as I have, I just keep thinking of the guy going to a different show, a different time period in my head. So again, looking at a lot of stuff like that, it's stuff like that. Okay, so we have a comment about the invisible dog. It says, I tried the invisible dog, and my dog barks at me like I'm crazy. We're still working on it. My girl, on the other hand, loves it. That's awesome, Michelle. Yeah, so the invisible dog thing, I'm telling you, it's a really good thing. You really have to believe the dog is there. So like for example, if I'm just sitting here, oh, that's a boy! I'm a boy! Sit! So you can see, I bet you right now, everybody just saw my dog, right? Kat, I know you're giggling so hard because of the energy that's coming out, right? You got to look at it where we think of this kind of stuff, and it locks it in, right? And our brain is fantastic. So there's a few other things that we talked about in previous episodes. One is like clicker training and connecting your brain to something like that. When you're working with people, do you do any type of connection, like Pavlovian connection, or Dr. Skinner's operant conditioning? Do you do anything that would really help break down like the causes of some of their depression?
Yes, but it's not like
Thanks,
you said,
Michelle.
Pavlovian. But
Yeah.
I see the obstructions, and I do a removal of obstructions. And from the testimonials on my website, I won't go into them here, but that's that each person is very different on there, and it was a beautiful collection of testimonials that show each person's experience, from a firefighter to a yoga teacher to a real estate agent to a weightlifter to.
There was even a doctor from New Jersey, which stood out to me.
Oh,
so
yes.
you had the doctor on there from New Jersey, which obviously, so I'm from Jersey, so anything that says Jersey on it, I'm like, oh, hey, bring her, right? And I didn't click on it because it had nothing on it that said New Jersey, but it was definitely one of those ones where I'm like, hey, she works for people in Jersey, must be awesome. So, it's one of those things. Looking at that kind of stuff. So, if people wanted to reach out, check you out again, I want to let everybody know on the screen, quantumintegrationtherapy.com. I'm going to get that mastered by the end of the show. quantumintegrationtherapy.com. She has testimonials on there. Find out more about what she does. It's a really neat thing. I'm personally going to be doing a session with her next week, I think. Is it right? It's next week, yeah. So I can literally tell you exactly how everything goes next week when I get done with it, I guess, right? So she already gave me a list of rules and regulations that I have to follow. No, I'm kidding. But it was a neat thing to see how it's all going to be. So I guess another big question would be is when you're looking for people that want to, like, let's say if I'm looking for you, you might be, how would I know that you're the right person for me to go to? Is it that I just have anxiety? Do you look for something in particular? What is what is your perfect clientele? Who are the people that you really gear your programs to?
I mean, it sounds funny to say this, but it's really, now this is actually on my website. I finally was encouraged to put it there, but truly anyone who's willing and ready to launch beyond themselves, right? Whatever script they've come to know. They're studying, they're totally motivated in life, they're doing these awesome applications, but they just still feel that little bit of whisper back here of something that feels stuck to fully dive in. The sessions I do help remove that, so whoever they're coaching with, whoever they're having therapy with, whatever, anything that they're trying to devote themselves into to grow with studies, learning, everything's so much more absorbable. That is the main feedback I get.
Now, you also had told me in some of the notes that we spoke about previously is that, a lot of times people have their pets, they have a great connection with their pets. Do you find that, a lot of dog owners, obviously this is dog talk, so we're going to talk dog, but I'm sure cat owners and iguanas are all probably, they're all in there too, but in particular, like, dog owners, do you find that them and their animals, they're a team effort? Do you find that a quicker recovery with animal lovers versus or something like that? Anything, you know what I mean? Like, is there better energy, non-energy? What do you find? What is the big difference between dog people versus non-dog people? No, okay, don't answer that one. No, we don't want anybody in trouble. But
no, and there's no difference. It's just that the extra company is there, right? So every time I work with a client who has a dog and cats and animals, but we're talking dogs, the dog always, wherever they're at, comes into the session and ends up laying up against them on the bed. So I tell them, just, don't be worried if this happens, or feel like the dog is disrupting anything. And there's no difference between someone with pets, someone without pets. What I do know with my most recent client is that she reached out to me for just her dog. And when I did a session with her dog, I did we were touching base about some things. So I did one session, and her feedback is that everything changed. The dog would come into the house. All of a sudden, the last 2 months, for some reason, they would come into the house, and the dog didn't want to lay next to her on the couch anymore or be in the living room, wanted to go hide back in the furthest corner of the bathroom. We don't know why. She had gone to the vet. She'd done many things. We did a session, and that's not taking place anymore. And all that I could pick up on off of the dog was there was just anxiety, right? So then I asked her about certain things that were going on with her on her body in certain areas. And she said, yes, I'm really concerned with that. And I said, okay, well, we need to do a session with you too. So I did one with her, and the anxiety and the running out of the room and the franticness is completely gone because, as we know, we pick up, if you're really into your animals, which most people I know are, you feel when they're off and they absolutely feel when you're off. So getting it done together is incredible for both people or both parties. Yeah.
Awesome. So, I'm going to take a quick drink of water here. But so listen, everybody who's watching, please, if you have any questions for Kat, please post them in the comments below. We'll be able to get them answered. I hope you guys, Michelle, thanks for that laugh on yeah, I'm not going to say that one. So yeah, that was, me and my invisible dog. But, Kat, I want to tell you, it seems like you got over your fear and your anxiety yourself today on the episode. You're definitely feeling a lot more comfortable, and I think that's awesome that you did that. So, if everybody out there, please give her a round of applause. And what I mean by that is giving her a thumbs up, a like, a share of the video when it's over with, obviously, because if you are clapping right now, we won't be able to see it. So, if you do want to clap anyway, though, by all means, go ahead and give her a round of applause in your home. I think that would be awesome. We'll get the energy. It'll make its way to Hawaii, and she'll feel that vibe. So, but again, if you have any questions for her, please feel free to throw them in the comments below. We'll be able to answer those questions here before the end of the show here in the next 10 minutes. But now we know you work with people that are dealing with anxieties, fear issues, and one of the things I have to say, you yourself, you had a lot of anxiety about coming on the show tonight, right? So this is what's even better is that now I can really recommend you as a coach because you faced it and took it on like a champ. Here you are on Facebook Live. That means you're going to be on our podcast, our YouTube channel. You're going to be blasted everywhere and anywhere I could put this, obviously. And then we're probably going to upload it to our group as well. So all those people get to see you talk about all this good stuff. So that is a really awesome thing to you yourself. I want to commend you on because it's not easy. I told you earlier that I myself get really anxious and have issues getting on and doing these shows. And I know a lot of people don't believe it. A lot of people don't really believe the internal fears and anxieties that others go through and how hard it is. So if you guys are going through something, are you dealing with something, an anxiety thing, there's nothing wrong with reaching out. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with reaching out. Don't think that you're in this alone. We're all in this together. It's one of the main reasons why I got into dogs. I've been passionate about dogs since I was a kid, but it really took a new light when I was dealing with my PTSD and I was, convinced to go that route. And dog training and being a part of this community with common interest of working with animals and energies and everything of the sort, it's an amazing feature. And the fact that I've even had the ability and privilege to meet so many amazing people, including Kat, and bringing her on the show tonight. It is my privilege and honor to have you on the show, have you talk about your business. And I hope that people take advantage, check you out at the quantumintegrationtherapy.com. And at bare minimum, guys, look, that's her name on the screen. Reach out to her Facebook, check her out. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, she'll get her Facebook page up and running. So that way you'll be able to see even more things. Her testimonials were amazing to me because not only was there a firefighter from Hawaii on there, but there was literally a doctor from New Jersey, and it just really goes to show you that she can help you from anywhere. So don't feel that because there's a distance, there's a problem. And again, if you're suffering from anxieties, even if you and your dog are just not really seeing eye to eye, your dog might be feeling anxiety because you're feeling anxiety. Kat and I, we may be able to help you out together. So always feel free. So we have a couple more minutes. If anybody wants to throw a comment into there, we'll be able to happy to answer it. And again, I'm going to ask Kat to give her business a plug. So tell us who's your perfect client and how they can get a hold of you the best way possible. What is your ideal scenario for you?
Okay. Honestly, anyone, as I had mentioned, that feels that they are super motivated and they are moving forward, very devoted into having shifts and changes in their life, things that they would like to move past from, but just feel a little mystery stuck somewhere within their system that they can't really put their finger on, even though they have all the books, they have the mantras, they've got the calendar, they've got the lists, they've got everything, but something just still feels a little held back. That's where I really help people launch.
Awesome. So I'm going to bring up a story since we don't have any comments popping in right now. I got to ask. So you told me earlier that I guess Hawaii got hit with a storm last night, or was it the night before?
No, it was, a fire.
A fire.
The central part of the island got hit with a fire, and all the animals, which I was reaching out to help, we took all the dogs and all the animals there to one of the high schools that's not being used right now.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about that. So you worked with is it the Humane Society? Who runs, I guess, the animals out there? Is it the Humane Society?
Yeah, I mean, I don't work with them. I know lots of people who work there, but yeah, that's.
But you volunteered to help them, right? You had to.
Always.
Yeah,
so this island, this community. I mean, everyone rallies. Like, I carry a collapsible, but a cage, if you will, in my car I found. Well, I mean, it's been said I'm like the little Pied Piper. Any animals that are sick, lost, afraid, they find me, and everything in there, wherever they've been in a mishap, gets better. Yeah.
Well, do you know if the Humane Society, are they going to be able to rebuild? Are they going to need any help or anything like that?
Oh, no, they actually, it was escaped, right?
Okay.
They were able to contain it, but it was so engulfed with the smoke, you couldn't have the animals there.
Oh, okay. So their facility is okay. They just need the animals out for ventilation. Got it.
Yeah.
So that's an awesome experience to even, well, it's not, I mean, that's not the awesome experience. The awesome experience is to see the community come together, and it just really goes to show you how, animals bring people together, everybody. I mean, let's face it, because of me working with dogs, I was able to face a lot of my fears, be able to meet amazing people, and here we are, Hawaii. Now, what island are you on? Because I know Hawaii's like spread up multiple islands, right? So
yes, I'm on the island of Maui.
The island of Maui. Okay, so there was a fire there last night. The community surrounds and look. I mean, they put themselves out there to take care of the animals. I mean, that's just absolutely amazing. I really love hearing stories like that, just because it shows how important every living life is, to everybody. It's just an amazing thing to see like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna conclude our show tonight. I know I'm going to continue to talk to Kat off air, but if you guys are happy, you would like to know more about her or check out her business, please check out quantumintegrationtherapy.com. And it was the one time I thought I almost had it confidently. Please feel free to give her a call, give her a shout, check out her website. Again, it's an amazing thing.
On my website, Quantum Integration Therapy.
There you go. Look at that one. That's a tongue twister.
There's a contact info tab at the top. You can just click that and send me an email, and I can get right back to you.
There you go, guys. So it's a quick and easy way to get out there. So again, I know she's not really telling you exactly, but if you are dealing with any type of anxiety, low energy, just wondering, feeling a little lost, you are the person that she can help. So reach out to her. She's definitely the one that wants to do it for you, and it's going to be an amazing thing. I'll tell you all about it after my session, how it works and everything like that. So I'm really excited about it myself. Kat, I want to say thank you for coming on. I think it's awesome that you took up my offer. You came on the show tonight. You faced your fears. You faced your anxieties. You knocked it out of the park. I'm really proud of you. I am sure everybody watching and listening are proud of you as well. So I really want to say how awesome that is of you to do that. And it really goes to show that you are ready on the path for leadership and to help others achieve what they're looking for as well. So if you do me a favor, Kat, hang on as I take us off the air. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Anytime. And I can't wait to see you guys all next week for Dog Talk. It's going to be always, we're going to get some more better announcements to you guys to tell you what it's all about. But it's always going to cover something to do with training and people in the pet industry. It could be anything, as long as it's a pet-related business in any which way, or an animal has affected your life in some way. I would love to have you on our show and get out there to spread the messages out there. So again, everybody, I will see you next week on Dog Talk, Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. If you are available tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning, join me for Stuck in a Truck on the official MJ Solar Facebook page. Again, that is going to be the official MJ Solar Facebook page for an episode of Stuck in a Truck. Who knows? My energy is going to be so high what I'm going to be talking about. So please join me over there, and let's get these messages of love out there instead of bitching and complaining. You know what I mean? So everybody enjoy your night, and I will talk to you all next week.
Aloha.